Well, I've got retail expert Kate Hardcastle with me now. Good morning, Kate.
Hello, good morning.
Hello. How do we make sure we're getting a true bargain?
Well, seriously, if you want to make sure that you stay on budget, and bear in mind that January can be a very challenging time, it's a time when many of us feel that we're facing the most debt of the year and we've got a lot of bills to pay. If you are susceptible to marketing and advertising offers and you feel that you're really missing out if you don't get involved, but there's not anything you particularly want, need or afford, you've got to disconnect from all the messaging. Don't go in the stores, don't look at the emails or unsubscribe from the mailing list, and make sure that you realise that even though there might be bargains to had, if you can't afford it, the debt just isn't worth it. If, however, like some people at this time of year, you are able to afford a budget and you know what that budget is and there's certain items on the list, you need to be very rigorous. So you need to do your research, go on price tracking websites, see if those items have been cheaper at other times of year. Do you actually need it at this time of year when you've got other things like Christmas presents to be buying anyway? And then also make sure you stick to that. I've even heard of cases where people have gone into a store that's got maybe a very limited amount of one product at a certain price to try and get you in there. They've missed out on that bargain and then they've just bought something they don't need because they feel so bad about it.
Oh, that is just so silly, isn't it? For goodness sake.
It is emotional. You know, we are emotional buyers and sellers. That's why when you see that countdown on an online store, it does really motivate you to try and make the decision about the deal. There is this panic element to it as well. And you know, also some of this is emotional because it has been a very hard year. People have saved all year and they've tried to keep within budget, and it actually just gets to this time of year we kind of feel, oh, I'm just going to treat myself, I'm just going to do it, it's been too difficult. So all of this is quite emotional for a lot of shoppers. Some out there will be listening going, no, I'm very rational, I know what I'm doing, I'm not brought into this. It's about 50-50 actually, in terms of the audience.
Kate, haven't we?
Yeah,
I have done.
We've
all done it. So how much do retailers depend on this period?
Well, you know, this used to be called the golden quarter, September to December, and I'm that old, I've been working in retail at a time when there wasn't a Black Friday, you know, used to be when you made your profit. And so it's very weird still that at this time, and that's why the discounting period's been successful because of its proximity to Christmas, everyone's relying on a discount. Now, I did monitor a lot of these discounts, and there's been similar reports from Which and things this week where, yes, items actually at this time of year have been cheaper at other times of year. So do you really need it right now is the question. And also, I've seen better and bigger discounting closer to Christmas. Retailers are now in the groove. This has been around for about 10 years since Amazon brought it over from the States. And they know that they can buy in certain products to discount at this time of year that aren't going to affect their profits just as heavily. But generally, you know, retailers are under real pressure. They've had very difficult times with the fact that we're buying more experiences and less stuff. We've got constant messaging out there about sustainability, and quite rightly so, in terms of how much stuff do we actually need and can we consume better. We've got places like France even talking about an outright ban of Black Friday. So for me, retailers should be thinking about, they're putting that motion to their governance to see if that's something that they might want to take on board. But generally, you know, I think retailers need to have better strategies than just discount. It's all well and good. Discount will always, it's been there forever and it will remain part of the strategy. But, you know, it's not good for you long term if that's your only message. You need something better to survive in business.
Kate, thank you so much for talking to me this morning.